So guys, it's Luke here for SimBoxx. We're down at the Bowls Exhibition Centre in Trafford, Manchester. Delighted to be joined by light heavyweight Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon, how are we doing?
Alright mate, okay.
Good man. Yeah, so it's been an exciting start to the year for the light heavyweight division. Just interested to get your thoughts on a few things. First of all, Arthur Beterbiev against your former opponent, Yarde. You was in there twice. You went 1-on-1 with Yarde. How great of a fight was that, Lyndon?
Yeah, it was good. Yarde made it look competitive while it lasted. Fair play to him. I think it was a case of, I think that was always going to happen, but fair play to him. He did in there. He got in there and he got the rounds. It took him a few rounds and it made it look competitive as it did, and it was exciting to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, now with Beterbiev moving on with the unified lightweight titles, all eyes turn to a potential undisputed fight with Bivol. Do you think that's a fight that we're going to see in 2023?
I hope so. Canelo might come and call out Bivol for the undisputed there, and it might. I don't know. I hope we see that fight because I want to see that fight. I favour Bivol in that fight, but it'll be a very, very, very good close fight.
So you favour Bivol over Beterbiev? You prefer the boxing skills of Bivol over the power of Beterbiev, maybe?
Beterbiev can box.
Yep.
He's not just a brawler type guy, but I don't know. When I say I feel like Bivol's gonna win, I feel it's like a 55, 45.
Yeah.
That's how close it is, kind of thing. So it's a 50-50 fight. I just believe Bivol's boxing ability will pull off.
Yeah, another British fighter in the lightweight division, Joshua Buatsi. He's been active of late, but there's rumours of him possibly taking on Bivol in a voluntary defence if Canelo doesn't take that fight with Bivol. Do you give Buatsi a chance in there with Bivol?
That's what I'm saying. Buatsi could come in there and mess up the Beterbiev fight, you know what I mean? So that's why I say I don't know if it can happen, but Buatsi's a very good fighter, and that's another fight I would love to see as well.
Yeah, of course. You see these kind of names bandied about. You got Craig Richards taking on Bolotniks, another great fight. Just a quick thought on that fight.
Again, like you said, a good fight. Bolotniks is a solid fighter. Richards is a solid fighter. I'll tune in to watch that. Definitely, I feel like Craig Richards will win that. What a good fight.
Lyndon, a guy that I personally put out on Twitter that I thought would be a good opponent for yourself, somebody that sometimes goes under the radar, is Azeez.
Yeah. Me and Azeez have a back and forth, but not in an argument aspect, but we could have fought. As I said, and I've said it many times before, Ben Shalom didn't offer me the right money. He didn't. He took the piss, really. I seen Azeez at the Eubank Smith fight, and we was talking, and he said, Ben was there, he said, Ben, get your checkbook out. Bit of banner kind of thing, but really, get your checkbook out, and that fight can happen. But, you know, it's a great fight. It's a great fight for Britain, and I'm interested in it. It's just a case of it getting over the line.
Yeah, of course, Lyndon, turning the focus back to your own career, what can we expect moving into the New Year's? The potential fight date news in the pipeline?
Yeah, the fight date should be penciled in very soon and released very soon. And hopefully it's for a decent-ish title and we'll move forward from there.
Absolutely. So you're looking at getting the win in your next fight that will be announced soon. If you could plan out...
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, the point I was getting to, if you're looking past that fight, getting back into the mix with name some of the top fighters there, if you could plan out a fantasy 2023 for Lyndon Arthur, after your next fight, what 2 fights would you like to take in this year if you could play fantasy promoter?
Whatever, don't know. My promoters, whoever's going to pay me the most money and whatever fight makes the most sense, that's where we're going to go. And that's just it.
You know what, Lyndon, it's interesting now to pick up on that there. You say, what fights make the most money. Did you see Anthony Joshua at his press conference yesterday? He said, what's the motivation now? And he said, money, I'm a prize fighter. Now, Anthony Joshua can't seem to do right from wrong, but you guys are putting your lives on the line every time you get in the ring there. Do you make Anthony Joshua this?
No one will box for free. Like obviously, no matter what, you want a legacy and you want to be known as one of the great and stuff like that. But would we all do it for free? No, I don't think there's not one boxer that will box for free. We have to thank Anthony Joshua because he's brought money back into the sport. I believe, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it seems like he's brought a lot of eyes back to the sport and a lot of money into the sport. So a lot of fighters are getting paid a lot of money.
Absolutely.
And a lot of fighters wouldn't fight if there wasn't a lot of money involved. You know what I mean? It's hard good saying, I want to be a world champion, of course, but you want to be a world champion and paid handsomely for it. So,
Lyndon, finally, mentioned it off camera, the Instagram live of yourself and Sonny Edwards. Are we any closer to getting a TV channel taking it on as a TV show?
I mean, if any TV channels want to take us on, we'll be happy to do it. But no, me and Sonny, we're probably going to get a podcast going at some point, you know, when we both got time to sit down and talk about it. And you know, I feel like that will be able to pull that off. And it'll be fun. Everyone likes me and Sonny. We go together well, so he's my ugly twin brother.
Lyndon, I appreciate your time, mate. I'll let you get back to your evening. Thanks for talking at SimBoxx.